The U.S. Defense Department, according to Donald Trump, has been asked to prepare for a possible military action in Nigeria. The U.S. president says it's because Nigeria's government is failing to stop what he calls the persecution of Christians. Trump stated in a post on social media that the United States will immediately cease all aid to Nigeria. He went on to say that he was giving the military instructions on how to prepare for potential action. The allegations have been refuted by Nigeria. The Nigerian authorities have received a message from President Trump, and let me quote it in full. If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns ablazing to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorists' thugs attack our cherished Christians. Warning, the Nigerian government better move fast. End of quote. And now let's break it down. Trump did not specify which Islamic terrorist he was referring to. Boko Haram is the most well-known and historically deadly Islamist group in Nigeria. It's part of a wider network of extremist movements. The main jihadist group in the region today is the Islamic State West Africa province, which both the United States and the United Nations classify as a foreign terrorist organization. The United States has never carried out a large-scale or formal combat deployment boots on the ground in Nigeria. The United States has only provided training, intelligence sharing, and support for counterterrorism in conjunction with the Nigerian government. So what prompted Trump to issue this warning? The U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom recently asked Washington to label Nigeria as a country of particular concern in 2025 because Christians and Muslims are still being persecuted there. In addition, a bill to punish Nigerian officials who are accused of facilitating violence against Christians was introduced in the Senate. Notably, President Trump's post refers to our cherished Christians. Even though the United States is not officially a Christian nation, Nigeria's religious conflict is complex. Both Christians and Muslims suffer violence, though the dynamics differ by region. Muslims make up the majority in the north, while Christians make up the majority in the south. Amnesty International, on the other hand, claims that Nigerian authorities have failed to protect citizens from daily armed attacks that have resulted in tens of thousands of deaths and a worsening humanitarian crisis in the north. Its investigation found that over 10,000 people have been killed in specifically armed attacks of all kinds, not just religion-based, across several states since the current action took power. Okay, so certainly a complicated issue there, but in terms of policy, how is this getting along with Donald Trump's self-image as a peacemaker? Well, Trump's 2024 campaign promise, if we remember, was explicitly about avoiding new wars, saying he would stop wars, not start them. But in his post about Nigeria, he threatens to send U.S. forces guns a-blazing. That's important. And even orders the Department of War to prepare for possible action. How large will this action be? We do not yet know. However, he describes a potential attack as swift, vicious, and sweet. Yeah. Therefore, there may be some contradictions there, but nevertheless, Nigeria is denying these allegations that Christians have been massacred. So, what kind of impact will the halt in U.S. aid have on Nigerians? How much assistance are the United States actually providing Nigeria right now? Well, the U.S. is by far the largest bilateral donor, contributing over $1 billion to Nigeria annually. In September this year, Washington approved $32.5 million in direct humanitarian assistance to Nigeria to help address hunger among internally displaced persons, roughly health and humanitarian aid. According to the statistics, security-related support makes up the largest portion of this. Additionally, millions of people could lose access to HIV treatment, vaccinations, and food assistance if the United States stopped providing aid to Nigeria, particularly in conflict-affected areas. I am so appreciative of your insights there.